What's up, everybody? I got you here again with Twin over here, alright? So look, today we're gonna give y'all tips on how to be better men and better men of God in relationships. And you know, we just pray that this is gonna bless y'all, alright?
Right.
So let's start.
Alright, tip number 1, you no longer go first. Now this other person has the undivided attention, and you're supposed to love them as much, if not more, than you love your own self.
Okay, cool. I would say being quick to hear, right? Quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to wrath, right? But the reason I said it is because a lot of times I don't know why, but a lot of times us as men, we wear our manliness on our sleeves, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or on our name tag.
Yeah, so it's the first attitude that we get, we would want to, the world teaches us that we gotta react back with that same energy, and it shows a form of dominance, right? That's the worldly way of doing things, but the godly way of doing things is like a soft answer, turn away wrath. So if you up here, then now I gotta go down here and set the tone for how it's gonna be.
Yeah, or not even so, you lift them up. You know you lift them up. If you were having a debate with your wife, the first thing to do is to be the leader, be the man, and you set the tone.
Right.
If you coming crazy and you saying all, you raising your voice and talking crazy, she's probably gonna meet you with that.
Yeah, and then the next time that happens, she's gonna do that again.
Yeah, and that's setting the tone for not only that conversation, but it's setting the tone for your relationship. So now she sees it's okay for us to communicate
this way. Yeah.
Right. But something, is this number 2?
That was number 2. That was number 2.
That was number 2. Yeah. All right, so this is number 3.
All right, number 3.
Number 3, this is hard. Listen.
Oh.
Listen.
Yeah.
Literally, sometimes listen means to say nothing afterwards.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
hey, wait, you heard that? So I heard that. It's a saying. They say that a lot of people listen to respond, right?
Right.
But that's pretty dope what you just said.
Yeah,
though.
and you think about it. Remember, T used to tell us all the time, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. We're supposed to listen twice as much as we're supposed to speak.
Right.
Mama used to say the same thing. She used to say, be quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. Yeah. Same concept. But when it comes to marriage, when it comes to relationships, you have to remember that this person is expressing something that they're actually feeling. Even if you don't understand it, even if you don't know a response to it, sometimes they don't even need a response. Sometimes it's just saying hey, this is how I feel right now. I don't even know how I'm feeling, but I'm sharing it with you because I trust you with this. Yeah. So the key number 3 is listen.
Okay, right? Listen, I like that. I just want to say this too. So if you read the Bible and you study the characteristics of Christ, and then you start applying that in your life, the fruit of the Spirit and all of that, I believe that would make you the highest that you can possibly be as far as a candidate if you're out here looking for a godly woman.
Godly woman.
That's
right.
Notice I said godly woman.
Yeah, because if you were talking about a worldly woman,
right,
you would be only as valuable as your latest accomplishment, the latest car that you have, right, the latest position you have at your job, the latest statement to your bank account. And once it's over with, then
you over with.
Yeah, y'all over with, man. Yeah. That's the issue with the way a lot of people view relationships right now. They don't see oneness. They see
what you got, what I can get from you type of thing.
Yeah, and it should be the way it's meant to be. God made Adam and Eve. He made Adam to have Eve.
Right.
So and when someone says something like, "Oh, I don't need a woman for nothing," or "I don't need a man for nothing," they foolish at heart.
Yeah.
Because God said, "I made
man should not be alone," right?
Right.
Yeah.
I made man and woman for this reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People have different roles to play, and the moment people start playing those roles more, and then really do their own research as far as what that role means, the deeper they'll get together, the deeper they'll grow in God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? An easier and more stress-free life they'll have.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
And then so we were on tip 4. So tip 5, I would say, would be to effectively communicate your vision for the household, right? Because that's a big thing. A lot of conflict happen because like the woman is like, oh, well, you know, I'm supposed to submit, but I don't know what I'm supposed to submit to. I don't know. Like, y'all have to have a conversation about where is this household going? Where is it? Like, what's my vision for the household? Where are we going to be the next X amount of years? And then once that's on the table, then like y'all can start working as a unit to achieve these goals.
Absolutely. Right. Something else. Well, it's actually 2 points you made me think of. One being, whenever you are trying to set a vision for your household, the idea of submission should be something that happens willingly. It shouldn't be something that you force or try and dominate your way through. Because you think about it, any real leader doesn't need anyone to follow them. You know what I mean? And people follow them because they want to follow them. If you're saying like, hey, you got to do, you're supposed to go cook, you're supposed to go clean, you're supposed to do this because you my wife. Nah, bro, it don't work that way. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like literally, people's dynamics for their household is different. The word submission is something that you do at heart. Yeah. You know what I mean? And we submit to our wives. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's not just a one-way thing. And that has to be understood before you can start setting boundaries and standards for the household, because the woman must feel like she can trust the man, and the man must feel like he can rely on the woman for support. Yeah. You know what I mean? So all that stuff go hand in hand. Yeah. And I would say that submission, if I had to define submission, because when you said that we submit to our wives, right? Right. Submission is denying yourself, right? So it's sometimes we work hard. We don't feel like coming home and doing X, Y, and Z, but we deny ourselves and we do it, right? And the same thing with like a woman whenever she submits to a man. It's like sometimes like she might not want to do it, right? But it's not. It shouldn't. We shouldn't think of it like the world conditioned it to think this like forceful thing, like, oh, you have to do this, and it kind of like make men look bad. But that's true. But a lot of men make themselves look bad too. Yeah, because they want to. Because of whatever status they feel like they have in this world, in this dimension, right? They feel like they deserve the woman that they bought, and I'm saying bought because it's bought with the things that I'm offering to give you. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like if I had my way about it, you wouldn't know how much money someone makes when you date them. Yeah, you know what I mean. You should like all this other stuff because like, it don't really matter. Yeah, like you. What's really important is if you feel like they can lead you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. If you feel like they can lead you, if the woman that you are choosing to be your wife, if she gets old and she's not as pretty as she was when she was 25, 35, whatever it is, right? Then and y'all's whole relationship was built on that, then you're gonna just be trading her in and going out and buying another one or another wife. Right. And it kind of made me think of what we was talking about earlier about like how a lot of us as men, like the world like taught us to attach our manliness to different possessions. Right. So like for example, right now I'm only as good now my income makes me a man, right? Right. My body figure makes me a man, just whatever it is. And now once you're stripped from this, so a pandemic happened and you'll be stripped from this income, now you lost your identity because you place your identity in income and yeah, worldly, exactly, worldly something worldly, right? So I would say I'm gonna look in the camera for this one. We have to find our identity in Christ, right? Because that is an unshakable foundation. And through Christ, now you know who you are. So no matter what happens in the world, you remain the same. You don't move based off of materialism. You feel me? So that's one thing. And that actually should have been first for me. Like, go, and I'm going to add to that. And I'm going to say to talk to God before you make any household decision. That right there is a number one tip, because that'll save you a lot of trouble and a lot of heartache from family. Because us as man, we're flawed.